Hello, and welcome back for another episode of It Snowed in April. And we're about to get attacked by something, and it's gonna be fine. Um, Before we run into that, I'm gonna say a few words about our sponsors, and then let everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll hand it on over to Mitch for this fight here. So starting out with sponsors, I'm gonna get those links into chat. The first one being Fundamental RPG. It looks like this. You can pick up your own copy on Amazon. It's a simple D20 system that you can run anything from high fantasy to sci-fi and everything in between on. It's very easy to just pick it up, read through it, and kind of get the concept and start playing pretty quickly. As I said, you can pick up the physical copy on Amazon, or if you prefer the digital version, you can grab that at coffee.com/raven, like it says at the bottom of the screen. If you want to go directly to the store, just add /shop to the end of that. Also at that site, you can find Intrepid gear, which is adventuring gear for real life. It is apparel and drinkware and accessories and other cool things like that with a tabletop theme to it. Very cool stuff. Go check that out. And then Die Hard Dice, which are incredible dice. They sell metal and polymer dice and a whole bunch of accessories and dice adjacent things on their website. They sent me recently this really pretty Spellbinder Fey Queen set. They are my very favorite dice, which is saying something since I have a lot of dice. But you can pick up your own set at dieharddice.com, and if you use the code BlackFeatherJune, all one word, capital B, capital J, you can get 10% off of your order. And then finally, if you want to catch up on this show or others on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network. Watch all of our previous content at watch.thefantasy.network. All that out of the way, we'll do our introductions, normally starting at the top left. Unfortunately, Anthony couldn't be with us here today, but he should be back next week. In the meantime, go check him out at ChatterboxAVA on Twitter. And then next we've got Hope. Tell us a little bit about Teddy and yourself.
Yeah, Teddy is a technophile. He is huge. He is a very, very big man who wears a boiler suit and a jaunty scarf. He is basically a character of a French sailor, from when that character existed. He's a little grumpy. He's a grumpy boy, but he does his job when it's necessary. I'm Hope Tracy. You can find me at Hope Tracy71 on Twitter. On Monday nights on Milady Sido's channel, currently we're doing a very short campaign of an underwater adventure. I'm playing a squid person, warlock. And then Thursday nights on this channel for Elite Beskar, which is a Bando-themed Star Wars game. And that's about it.
Awesome. Next, we've got Josh. Tell us a little bit about Jace Flankman and yourself.
Yeah, Jace Flagman. Picture him as the body style of from Enter the Spider-Verse, the way the Kingpin looks, very large, rotund body, but relatively small head. But in this particular moment in the game, he's actually wearing lederhosen. I also realized.
I forgot about that.
He's wearing lederhosen, and he also has a very pleasant demeanor. And something I realized, because this is probably the first time he's really been out, like he's usually pretty pale anyway, because he's usually wearing. He's extra pale because he's just plastered himself in like sunscreen from not like whatever cover, like essentially just what was it in the movie The Island of Dr. Moreau, where he's just all white. That's more or less what he looks like. He looks like a ghost. But as far as his personality, he does his best to be as friendly as possible to people, and he very much so believes that human life is the most important thing, and he'll do everything he can to prolong it and protect it. Because in this world, that is a rare thing, and that's what he dedicated his life to. And me personally, my name's Josh. My personal Twitter is Hobox. Back in the day, you could Google the word Hobox, all sorts of things about me would come up. But I'd rather you Google Teenagers and Troublemakers, which is a podcast I make with my kids and their friends. And we also have a YouTube page with a little bit of animation, and we've done a couple comics. But yeah, and also on DM's Guild, I have a Mage Dual Rules for 5th edition. You can pick it up for free. I'd love feedback, so give it to me. Yeah. Next person, whoever's next. I can't see the
Awesome.
screen.
You're good. So it looks like I'm next. I'm Raven. I'm the creative director for the Raven Evermore, which is my brand for all the various things that I do, most of which are tabletop related or adjacent. My link tree is there in chat, or if you're watching this on the Fantasy Network later and are unable to see the chat, it is linktr.ee/the Raven, like it's spelled below my face, which incidentally is also my Twitter. And then I'm playing Sophie McDay, who is a very antisocial technophist. I get tongue-tied on it every time.
Technosophist.
It's a
Exactly, that one. So she much prefers to interact with and deal with machines than she does with people. But she's really great at MacGyvering things together. And she's got a little robot made out of an old Roomba, who's incidentally named Roomba. And currently she's probably a little freaked out at this situation with someone, charging us down after fighting a whole bunch of constructs. So we'll see what happens. Next, we've got Wowzer with Officer Bateman. Tell us a little bit about yourself and your character.
About myself, you can find me on Twitter for right now. Like it's spelled below me, Wowzers with 2 V's. I just realized we're both in the Double V Club, me and Raven down there.
Oh, I want to join.
Right? You could do 2, well, for your last name. You can But I'm not really doing too much right now. I've got something in the works that I'll probably start giving little hints on soon, so follow the Twitter for those announcements. In the game I'm playing Officer Bateman. I am a militia and I work for the Citadel. I guess I'm kind of heading this investigation into this gang that we're trying to find, just because everyone else here doesn't really have the social skills to do it. They tried though, bless them. But yeah, we're in this situation right now where we're getting charged at the end of a tunnel, and I jumped behind everyone and pushed Sophie behind me, I think. And I don't have any cards, so this is gonna be good.
Awesome. And then last but not least, Mitch, tell us about your awesome self in this awesome game that you've put together, and take it away.
Yeah, I am Mitchell, also known as Penny Fertel on all of the social medias. We just finished up our Kickstarter for Necrobiotic, but it is not too late to jump on the dead body train. We will be opening pre-orders and stuff like that, probably in a month whenever I have recuperated. And yeah, so we have Bateman, who courageously jumped forward to defend everyone. Right? Was that what I heard?
Oh no, I jumped behind everyone. I'm definitely behind Teddy.
You're not taking. Okay, fine. Everyone's behind Teddy.
We already knew that you were going to try this.
I was gonna say, Bateman is out of their jurisdiction at this point, so.
Yeah, like, is there a certain place that, like, am I unable to do stuff here just because we're outside of the walls?
Huh? No, you are the law.
Oh,
wherever
really?
you go.
I do whatever I want, wherever I want.
Exactly. As long as you fill out the appropriate paperwork, you're fine.
I love paperwork. That's okay. It's a reason to not go home.
Yeah, that's gonna be the next episode.
You all should just make friends.
Bateman does
You're in a big
paperwork.
city. I'm just saying, there's people everywhere. You could just talk to them.
Yeah. All right.
If Teddy can make friends, you all could have made friends.
This is true.
Teddy got a date?
Yeah.
Well, he also has friends.
It lives with yeah. We're the odd one.
Yeah, you guys are all the lonely people.
My friend is my work.
Hey, that's, some people like it that way. I like to be alone and just work with my machines, and it's fine.
That's fine. We're gonna do something with that. Yes. But in the meantime, gotta survive the next moment as this person with sharp legs, this kind of brown and black cloak over her form, but just kind of jumping from wall to wall as it zips onto you. So
I'd like to activate my armor. I assume I have to draw a card from the top of my deck and hope it works.
So for your armor, whenever you want to do something that requires a pellet, you just put your pellet in it.
Oh, okay. So it doesn't require a try.
Yeah, for like, so it depends. So if you're trying to hit someone with your extrusion blades, then yeah, that's a try. But if you're just trying to jump using the jetpacks, then you just throw in a pellet.
Yeah, I just want to do the techno-powered armor, which I assume activates the 2 damage absorption.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to shove a pellet in while I'm
Yeah.
doing this. And I did notice in the rules that it said I can basically only do this until I can disassemble the armor, clean it, and get it go. So like 1 pellet's it.
Yeah, so it'll last this combat,
Yeah.
and then you'll have to kind of take it apart and clean it and stuff like that.
Okay. Yeah, so that's what Teddy does. Just slips a hand
Alright.
into his pocket, pulls something
So-
out, and just like kind of schlunks it into his abdominal area.
So
Steam
who's in
starts
the
coming out the top of it.
who's in the back? Who's in the way back?
I mean,
Maybe Sophie?
yeah,
I was saying
Flameman's
it's
probably.
Sophie.
Yeah, I mean, Flameman's not necessarily a coward, but he's also not a combatant, so he wouldn't be up front
Yeah.
either.
All right, cool. So, Teddy, you're dealing with 3 consequences. Bateman, you're dealing with 2, and then everyone else is dealing with 1.
Okay.
And the consequences are, of course, getting smacked as this like just kind of jumps through and around as his blades from her feet kind of slash and dash and stuff like that.
So right before we ended last time, Flakeman tried to call out and say either what was it, Rose or Tulip? Did that have any effect whatsoever?
It did not. Yeah.
Oh goodness.
Like, or
Okay.
maybe it spurred her on.
it's like why do you even know that name?
You might have made it worse for us.
Yeah.
It's like
Oh,
they
you made
did
it
the
worse.
password to kill them. I don't know why people keep saying that.
All right, so I just draw the top card.
Yeah, if you don't have any cards to play from your hand.
Oh, I can still draw a card to play. What are we looking for this?
But you're grabbing it blind.
Yeah,
So
you're looking for dexterity. Actually,
Dexterity?
dexterity or athletics to dodge. Say for this.
Okay.
I'm not dodging. I'm just standing there in my armor, so I'm assuming a spades is good.
Well, if you're just using your armor to kind of just soak up the blows, you can save your cards.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just. I'm basically taking as much space as I can in the
Yeah.
hallway, and just ready to like be a barrier, and
Do I
Do
need to be
that.
trained specifically in dexterity or athletics, or can I just play a steel or a steam card?
You could just play. Training only allows you to play 2 cards.
I pulled a steam, so I got at least 1 success.
Yay!
I have 2 levels of exhaustion from last time. Does that affect anything, or is that just discard and then the exhaustion doesn't affect anything?
Yeah.
Okay.
Exhaustion is just a mechanic we use, but it's not like the
1 success.
only the trauma persists.
I'm
Oh,
playing
okay.
a 3 of clubs.
All right.
Same.
Yeah, I have a 3 of
Nice.
clubs also that I'll be using.
3 clubs. Then.
Excellent.
We're in the 3 club.
So you said I had 3 consequences to deal with, though, and my armor only absorbs 2.
So yeah, it absorbs 2 of those consequences.
Can I play a card to reduce the 3rd?
Mhm.
Okay, so I do have a spade here, which
perfect.
aligns with my armor.
Excellent.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just kind of like you feel your armor get like all these dents and slashes into it. Unfortunately, Bateman gets 1 of the consequences. So you
Because I raised my arm up to cover my beautiful face.
yeah, you're like no. So you get a slash, Bateman. So that's 1 trauma in steel.
A trauma in steel. What does that mean?
It means you've been cut. It's slash, so you're bleeding and stuff. The first trauma is more of a role play note. But then after that, every trauma will be a cumulative -1 success to that suit.
Okay.
All right. What are you guys doing? As like you see, like the cloak. Now that this woman has kind of stopped the onslaught, she's before you, kind of on all fours, like the superhero pose. The cloak kind of billowing out. You see steam coming from her legs. Sweat going down her face as she looks up at you. What are you doing?
Real quick, I'm just curious, were all these attacks like from a weapon, or was it from her legs, or like a flurry of blows?
From her, yeah, it was like this flurry of blows from her legs, kind of just jumping from the ceiling, the walls. Yeah. Like Alucard and Castlevania.
Yeah. So it's like, if anything, Flakman didn't even, like, he's not even sure how he avoided getting hit.
you saw something in your pocket and you're like, oh wait, and you like duck down.
Like the foghorn leghorn. Well, what's this down here?
Yeah, what's this?
Avoid getting hit.
Is that a circular rock? Oh my god.
Is that a pity with the head up? Oh my god. All right.
Is these legs and whatnot, are they mechanical in nature?
Yeah, they're kind of like they're almost reminiscent of the techno-powered armor, just kind of more so prosthetics and sharpened down. It's a very unique little thing.
Do I notice any visible like bolts or screws or things that could be disassembled?
Oh yeah. Like there's these bolts on the side where like the kneecaps would be. You see like thin like wires and stuff like that where the oil or steam is kind of housed. The whole thing looks heated up too.
Okay. Could I potentially like sort of do like a sort of cartoony thing, I guess, to use an analogy where like the character sort of ducks between the legs of the enemy and then uses that so that they can't quite reach them, and then basically just hug her leg and start taking it apart.
Like an obnoxious child.
Yeah. Using I've got a skill called it's a something assembly. Where'd it go?
Electronic assembly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something I could do?
Yeah, we'll handle it in part. So this round you can kind of jump forward and grab onto the leg, and then next round you'll be able to start disassembling it.
Okay.
All right, for this one, athletics or dexterity? I'll take either.
Athletics or dexterity? Okay, and then I need just 1 success?
Yeah, because just kind of show you on the back end, I have a list of equal to my trauma level for this NPC. Those are the consequences I get to deal out every turn. So 2, 3. Wait, no, is it 3, 4, 5, 6? So I have 6 trauma, 6 consequences to deal out every turn. I used all my consequences for attack. And so you can see like she's tired and stuff. She doesn't have any more consequences to negate your attacks.
Okay.
So yeah, it just takes 1 success. If I would have played it a little bit more balanced, I could have saved like 1 trauma or 1 consequence for myself to try to negate something you guys are doing. But
we're just so impressive. She had to act.
Yeah,
I know, right?
She went all in, just balls to the wall, to the wall. Quite literally.
I like that so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, 1 success.
Play a 3 of diamonds for the steel for the athletics.
Perfect. Yeah. Excellent. Yeah, you like. it's like, and you see like she's like looks at you. She's trying to like wriggle her legs, but her movement has greatly like declined. I mean, even grabbing the leg, like it's very hot, not like burn you hot, or just very uncomfortably hot to grab onto.
Makes sense. Yeah, Sophie's holding on to it like one would climb a coconut tree or a palm tree, just legs wrapped around and arms. And I imagine like getting Roomba ready to start taking things apart.
I'm just imagining the 7-foot vampire lady or 10-foot. You're just like grabbing onto the leg, like we. All right. What's everyone else doing?
Did Teddy have to turn if he was in the way and she got over him?
Did Teddy have to turn? No. So she kind of went over, attacked, and then bounced back.
So he's still standing over
her. Which one? Sorry.
Teddy was in the front.
Mm-hmm.
So she came back in front of Teddy. He doesn't have to turn or anything. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so he's still like. Okay. I guess I just want to stand. Like, be ready. I suppose, since I think that my party wants to interrogate her.
Ready.
Yeah. So like.
You could.
Just sprung.
Yeah. Your one of your options is taking a breath.
Is a round long enough to take a breath?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in combat, you can take a quick breath. You eliminate your turn in combat, but you get to fill up your hands.
Oh,
okay.
Love that.
That's
so he's just like heaving anyway, because he's furious, and like this is unlike anything he's ever seen. He's used to just like cannibals and angry farmers, and
and this might be both.
what was that upstairs? But he's gonna take a breath.
Yeah, because I mean, you basically had like six constructs dogpile on you like a few moments ago.
Yeah, and it's kind of like adrenaline is coming back in. Your reserves are coming up as you're able to take that breath and everything.
And his party does not know what to do, and they would not get through the goddamn hatch. There are mysteries all about. What the hell? We're gonna have to talk later.
Yeah.
Okay, so I've drawn another hand. This is reassuring. Oh, I've got some social skills in this one.
Ooh.
We might need those right now. That's awesome.
Okay, so Teddy has taken a breath. That is his turn.
All right, what's everyone else doing?
You can go next since you were behind Teddy, right?
Yeah, I can do that. Fine. Yeah, I mean, Flangman. I mean, and I guess combination of one, he is completely out of his element. Plus, his actual King of Clubs thing is lingering mind, which means it just takes him a little bit of time to absorb what's going on. He'll also take a breath because he's like, oh my word, I'll follow everyone else's lead.
Did you draw your king or?
Well, no, it's supposed to be like his negative trait is just lingering mind.
Cool,
it was like, so, which I realize I've kind of been playing him that way anyway, where everything is like a little bit, it takes a little bit longer to like realize things. He's smart. He's smart. He just needs a little bit more time than others.
Yeah, I think both of us have been doing that thing where we're playing our king, but it becomes a detriment if we draw it.
Yeah, I like it. I love it.
Yeah, so he'll take a breath mainly because he honestly just doesn't know what to do in this situation. He's just like, he's worried that somebody's going to get hurt and that he won't be able to actually fix it because he doesn't have his equipment. So you said a full breath, all 6 cards again, or up to 6 cards.
Yeah.
Will do.
All right.
And I was gonna add that I imagine Sophie's down there feeling the heat off those legs, going like, "Oh, you could really use a heat sink down here. I know how to make one."
Absolutely.
Yeah, Sophie. Like, I think the temptation is like, I can make this better.
Yeah, exactly.
Get some exhausts going on here.
Yeah, let me actually
converter.
Yeah, let me fix this up real quick. You can get way more speed and buying power if you switch this thing out.
So she's
They
actively
use the Model
trying to...
B part for this? It's amateur hour over here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
The construct is actively knows Sophie's there and trying to stop her.
This doesn't appear to be a construct.
Oh, okay. Well, since I've got my injury, I'm just gonna say let's stop before somebody does something they're really gonna regret, and we need to have a conversation. That's the way we're gonna deal with this, and if not, I'm taking you with us and we'll have a conversation on my terms. And I would like to kind of look behind her since I still have that sight thing going on and see if maybe no one else is coming or what's going on behind her.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anyone else is coming. Those doors kind of closed as she entered in.
So I guess I would like to use some sort of intimidation.
Mm-hmm. Have it.
They're what would that be? Charisma or firmness?
Manipulation.
Manipulation? Okay. So I'm just drawing off the top of my deck, right?
Mm-hmm.
Heart of the cards.
Did you get it? Heart of the cards?
Literal heart
snap.
of the cards.
I got it. I got my one success.
Oh, that's perfect. All right, she's gonna take a trauma in flesh as she's looking up at you like. Well, what's your intimidating? Can I say what's your intimidating look or saying?
Telling her we're gonna talk, or I'm gonna make you talk.
So you're the stern old woman?
Bad cop.
Angela Lansbury.
Oh.
No tea for you, dear.
Excellent.
No
I've
cookies.
also been watching a lot of Brooklyn Nine-Nine, so maybe kind of like a Rosa thing.
Oh yeah. Oh God, I love her. She's the best.
Rosa's
Also,
amazing.
I also
My
put the song in the Discord that I have playing throughout this whole thing.
Ooh.
Nice. Oh, yeah. I love that song. That seems Ballroom Blitz seems
Appropriate.
very, very appropriate for this.
All right, you guys ready?
Yeah,
Sure.
I think maybe.
Yeah, Sophie, you get a nice perspective as you're hooked onto this thing. You see, the thing has cooled down a little bit, and you see the piston starting to rev up and go, and then as if you were going down on a roller coaster, you just go. As you hold on, Wah!
As the pistons start moving, can Sophie just call out and be like, guys, you might want to duck.
Yeah. It's time. Oh God.
It's happening.
Teddy does not duck. Teddy, again, is a barrier, but a barrier with an extended fist to catch her as she leaps forward.
Excellent. So, one consequence for Sophie, one consequence for Bateman, one consequence for Flankman, and then 3 consequences for Teddy.
Teddy will ignore the remaining consequence and is going to engage in combat using which he's skilled in. So I'm going to use a 4 of diamonds and a 4 of hearts for 2 successes.
Okay, if you're doing an offensive action, that happens on your... So it's kind of like the enemy's phase, and this one's kind of just dodging and stuff like that. And then once this is done, you guys can kind of...
Yeah, no, he's going to ignore the remaining consequence after his armor absorbs 2.
Excellent. Excellent.
And what are we
Athletics?
using to avoid? Just dexterity or anything else?
Yeah, just athletics would also work.
Okay.
Athletics.
Use 7 of clubs for steam to get out of that.
Excellent.
I didn't get it.
Oh, can I play an additional card, or can I only play
1 card
once
left.
this round?
You can only play once.
Okay.
This round,
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I have a 3 of diamonds, so I'll use that.
Right.
All
So
right.
if I defend, then I can only defend.
Yeah. Well, this reaction you get to play a card, and then after this, during your turn, you can also play do a play.
Oh, excellent. Then I will play my spade
Okay, perfect.
to
Also,
negate the third consequence.
quick reminder to everyone, as this seems like a good time to do so. Most of us have advantages that can help with certain things.
Okay.
Oh,
Yep,
so can I
still
draw
got-
a second card?
Mm-hmm.
Another
Part
spade.
of the oh no.
We're also only one retweet away from getting another advantage to a random player, so...
Ooh, where's my
Heads up.
advantages?
If we get to 20 retweets, then there's a disadvantage that goes out, and that's when the GM can
Excellent.
have some fun with that.
Excellent. All right, Bateman, you get slashed up again, so you're taking that second trauma, which is things are getting rough. So how does it look like as you're now going to be taking a -1 success to every steal play?
Every steal? Oh my
Yeah,
gosh. I'm already so bad at steal anyways.
Play.
I'm getting grumpy. I'm getting very grumpy. And-
You're like sitting there, like getting cut up, and you're just like,
Yeah, I'm still trying to show that I'd rather have a conversation and do it that way by not returning any of the swings or anything. But now that I'm starting to get a little dinged up, I'm getting pretty mad and wishing I had my badge.
yeah. Yeah, the little one's now the militia. I mean, technically, you're not a militia.
At the
They have
moment,
all
I have nothing
power.
to stop this.
Yeah.
You know, if you need to borrow Sophie's badge, I'm sure she'd be
Oh,
happy to
yeah.
lend hers back to you.
So yeah, I'm getting I'm not used to taking this much aggressiveness, I guess, since people kind of just listen to me.
Yeah.
Can I
This is
use
tough.
my I had something for this, right? I'll read up, y'all go ahead.
All right. And Sophie, you're just having the best time of your life as you're flying through the air. And once again, she kind of returns to the same position, like more sweat on her face. She's kind of a little bit lower to the ground. And it's your guys' turn.
Great.
Um,
Yeah.
I just want to start taking the leg apart.
All right, go ahead, electronics.
And my last card is a Joker.
Oh, nice. All right, that will eliminate one of her consequences and put a trauma on her. As like you remove one of the pistons and like it starts like it's getting all like weird.
Starts clanking, maybe some oil's shooting out of the side or something.
Yeah, I mean, God.
No,
Alright.
no, but not that one. Go take out the other one, not the one that faces me.
It's getting in my eye.
Yeah. So Teddy will. He had just sort of stood in the way previously,
Mhm.
and then he'll just like with the legs, just punch down. Because she's in that pose, using my 2 successes from 4 Evans and 4 Hearts.
Excellent. All right, cool. Are you using your extrusion blades, or just kind of punching down?
I think I would have to play another card to do that, wouldn't I?
No, it's just it's techno-powered combat, so it just changes how you approach it.
Okay. I'm not. I guess I had understood that because I chose techno-powered armor when
Mhm.
I activate it. That's all I can use with my armor is that it is more solid.
Oh no, you can as long as you have the pellets for it, you can activate different abilities.
Oh, just once I get out of this combat, then I can. Okay. Yeah. So I'll add another pellet and use my extrusion blades.
Excellent. All right, and I think that's what 4 damage.
2 successes and the blades. Yeah.
Yeah,
Sounds
well, I
right.
think the blades in of itself do 4 damage. So one
Okay.
success does 4 damage. And
And 2
then
successes.
yeah, with the other one, you can make it trauma.
Yeah.
So persistent. So that will eliminate 4 trauma from her. So what does this look like?
I think, yeah. So with the blades out, this feels more and more like the max. So that's kind of what it looks like. He's just very tall, and she's neat. The sound. Oh no, I'm not gonna go into that. That's weird. Yeah. So he's just still angry and sort of like huffing, like this is not how this is supposed to go, and he just like slams down with the blades out. And I think that the trauma is actually the leg that Sophie is working on just buckling.
Ooh, nice. Yeah, it kind of twists and shatters pipes flying into the air. One of them like rapidly goes through the air and it plants itself next to the wall near Flankman.
And he shouts as he does it. Like, they're not supposed to do that.
You just hear from Sophie, like, see, this is what you get for not putting the redundant support on the left bracer. That'll happen every time.
It's like, God damn it.
I've seen it 1,000 times.
All right, who's next?
I was gonna say just because this popped in my head. Since you said your character seems to be more and more like the Max, does Teddy also have an awful overbite like the Max does? Okay.
No, he's very handsome.
Okay, like that's all he had.
No.
I'm just making sure when you were like, oh, he's got the blades like the Max. I'm like, oh, and then it just popped by. Oh yeah, he has that the teeth.
That's a mask.
Bateman, do you know what you're doing or?
Yes. Do you want me to go ahead and go?
Yeah. I mean,
Okay.
Flakeman will kind of go last just because he's still hesitating a little bit. But
Okay.
yeah.
I would like to take a breath, seeing that one of the legs on this thing has gone out. So I'll
Excellent.
and start patching myself up as soon as possible. If I need to wait till next turn, I'll do that. But and then I will say to whoever this is, I'll just ask. I'll say, "Who are you?" and see if I can get an answer and try and. Since I took a breath, can I still try to interrogate, or do I have to wait to do
Yeah,
anything
you have
else?
to wait.
Okay.
Yeah, your turn is just kind of. Also, I need to look up plant-related names.
So I will. I will take my breath, and then I'm going to just try and get more information. Like, who are you? Seeing that and say, like, you have nowhere you can go now. Your leg is literally useless.
All right, Flakeman. Before Flakeman does anything, 2 things. One, the person who's taking the most damage is Bateman, right?
Oh yeah.
Is it how bad is it or how obvious is it?
So she's taken 2 trauma. 2 more, she's dead.
Okay. Well, in a single turn, can Flakeman do anything about that?
Yeah, for advanced medicine, all you need to do is match the trauma in successes, so to bring it down by 1. So for her, you need 2 successes with advanced medicine to bring it down.
Okay, so 2. Yeah, and I've got a 6 of spades and a 4 of spades, and I'm trained in it. So
Excellent.
yeah. So like what does he do? Like I just is it like a quick shot to the arm? Does he bandage it up real fast? Or...
It's up to you. Yeah, whatever you feel is appropriate.
Actually, you know what? Because as long as I have the suite, actually, I'll use the egg. I have an ace, so I'll use the ace of spades and a 4 of spades. But yeah, he just whatever her immediate issue is, he's got like he pull like off the side. He has this little pouch. He just opens up like whatever tool he needs. He has it memorized. Yanks it out, and he starts just while she's taking her breath and like trying to be intimidating. He's just over there doing triage.
Yeah.
In the background.
All right.
So yeah, so whatever he can do with those 2 successes, yeah, he knocks.
I'm loving the picture of that, of the cop trying to not look like a cop, old woman being like stood over.
Yeah,
Giant man in lederhosen.
Like, just stay still.
Bateman, you get to downgrade your trauma by 1.
Sweet. I think I only had 1.
You had 2.
Oh shoot. Okay.
Yeah,
So now it's
you're
more or
back
less a
down to
flesh wound, right? Like one trauma is like more or less a flesh wound.
Yeah, and it's like it's not like for people like looking at everything like that. It's not like you're not healing it. You're just kind of making it so that it's not affecting her anymore in this fight. So just kind of like if there's a large cut, like staple gunning him for quick stitches and putting like pain reliever, all the good stuff.
He's like, I've got some
spray.
Yeah.
Here, have the shot of morphine.
Yeah. Bam.
Okay, so that eliminates my -1 success, right?
Mhm.
And now I just have a wound.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! I only have a wound.
And yeah, on we're out of combat as her leg is shattered, pipes. She's trying to crawl away back to the door.
Yeah, so Teddy will march along and pick her up by the back and just like hold her up like you do a toddler.
Yeah.
No, we have questions.
She never told me who she was.
No, she just has a pouty face on.
So I want to try and figure out how to identify myself, but I'll just try and intimidate again and say, like, if you don't talk now, we're gonna have to make you talk. So you could either do this your way or our way. And I guess if that's manipulation.
Well, it sounds like it'd be your interrogate skill, right?
Oh, am I? Yeah, can I interrogate?
Mhm.
Okay, so here's what's gonna happen for my interrogation. That would be Steam, right?
Mm-hmm.
Interrogation. Can I use more than one? Wait, am I? I have this.
Yeah, just have to see if you're trained.
I am. So I would like to use a 7 and a 2, both of Steam, for 3 successes
Hell yeah.
to try and get some words out of this mouth.
Yeah, she how do you approach this?
Basically, what I was just saying, like, you're gonna talk to us or it's gonna get rough. Like, you struck first. I don't mind striking back now. I don't want to, but I don't mind.
Yeah, just kind of like being held aloft by Teddy. She sighs and brushes her sweaty hair out of her face. Fine. What do you want to know?
Who are you?
Camilla.
Why attack us?
You don't belong here.
How do you know that?
I've never seen you before.
So you just don't allow any new people here?
Yes, correct.
Why?
I was instructed to do so.
By who?
Orchid.
Is Orchid also the one that instructed the constructs above us to attack us?
I think that is just defensive parameters.
Teddy shakes her a little bit. It's like, constructs aren't supposed to do that.
They can if they're programmed to.
I don't like it.
Do some coins fall out while she's being shook?
Chuck E. Cheese coins.
Sophie just calls out like, so should I stop taking apart the leg now? Or
Yes, please.
not you. Bateman?
Well, it seems like Camilla here doesn't want the leg taken apart, so for some more information, maybe we can leave it on.
That would be nice.
So I guess Sophie will wait for now, but be ready.
Okay. No.
So about
Put
Orchid.
it back, Roomba. Put it back. Thank you.
Yeah, just keep the one off for now because
Look,
this seems to be working.
How about this? You fix my leg. I clean myself off. We go through those double doors. I introduce you to the crew, and you can ask all your questions for them. I'm just a bodyguard.
I kind of like outnumbering you and having this advantage. I think maybe we'll get a little more information, then maybe we can try it your way.
What do you want to know?
Tell me about Orchid. Why does Orchid tell you what to do?
Orchid is a devilishly handsome individual. Kind of shaved head with some tattoos, lovely brown eyes. He gets to tell me what to do in these sort of circumstances because I believe in him. I always have, always will.
What does he believe in?
The proper order of things.
And you can set up a meeting peacefully?
He's just passed those double doors, so yes.
How many are back there?
Like 5, mostly pencil pushers.
Are they going to attack us?
They're pencil pushers.
They're gonna
So
attack
am
us with
I.
Pencils?
I mean, the pin is mightier than the sword.
Oh, should I have come at you with a pin then?
I mean, litigation is extremely terrifying, yes.
I would have hold my wound and be like, yes, I would have preferred that.
Well, you know, I feel like if there is a guard dog and you continue to try to break into someone's house, you only have yourself to blame for what happens.
People that have guard dogs have something to hide.
Yes, it's the whole purpose. So, take the hint.
Teddy, how about you carry our friend here through those double doors? We'll talk. Sophie, you hold on to that leg.
Look.
On it.
I feel like we're friends now, all right?
I believe she wants to clean herself up first.
Yes, like, you know,
He will set her down carefully now that she's cooperating and try to straighten her up so that she's sitting balanced and can actually
yeah,
do things. Hand her a hanky.
thank you.
Is-
Sophie, if you don't mind.
So, Sophie, is there any way to reattach her legs so that she may continue to have some dignity, but lower the lethality of it? Where she can't leap around and harm us
Look,
again?
I promise,
It's a-
we're
It's a
over
giant
it.
Sword.
Yeah, I'm tired and such. We're about to make our first impression for Orchid, and it'd be better if I come in with some dignity.
So yeah, Teddy will kneel in front of her, offer his water bottle
Oh, thank
so
you.
that the wiping up is more effective.
Yeah, she'll just like start cleaning herself off and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah, so-
he'll look away at the appropriate moments so she has a little dignity.
Soph will start, putting the leg back together.
Oh, thank you. See,
Uh,
this is
probably,
nice.
like,
You could be civil.
replacing some of the twisted and broken parts as
Yeah.
she's going.
Duct tape involved.
Probably like improves a couple spots too. Just like I can't, in good conscience, put this back together like this.
At some point when Sophie is working, Teddy will get up and approach Blankman and be like, "Can you do something about this?"
What am I? Tell me what I'm looking at.
He has some cuts around his neck.
Oh yeah, what again? Flame, is that simple enough, or do I need to do a card?
Yeah, it's 1 trauma, so you
Just
need
the
one
just the one.
success.
Okay.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I've got one more 6 of spades, so yeah. Oh yeah, he goes, oh yes, easy enough. Some ointment would probably be good enough. Some Bactine.
Yeah. Well, while you're applying it, you do actually see some like just smooth burn scar along under where the suit covers. It's
He's
bare.
like, is that a occupational hazard? Is the suit itself? Who treated you last time?
It's just a problem with being my size.
My word.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
If it gives you further discomfort, please let me know.
It
It
happens nearly every time. So
It's like there's got to be ways to make this more. I don't know if comfortable is the right word, but it shouldn't. What you're wearing shouldn't cause harm to your own body.
well, speak to the designers. It's a hazard.
I will actually. Can we consider this time taking a rest?
Yeah.
Okay, or taking a breath. I'm sorry, taking a breath. But yeah, he takes the time to like put some ointment on, and he actually takes some of his kind of terry cloth that he holds onto like for cleaning up, and he tries to create sort of a buffer between the armor and the part where it seems to be causing the friction.
I just drew my king during take a breath, so I gotta put it back in my deck.
Good old Kingy.
He does look socially uncomfortable when you're speaking about it with full voice. Like,
Oh, because he's like so loud about it.
yeah, it kind of was supposed to be your
Yeah.
secret, but also like, hazard of talking to someone with your voice.
All right. Yeah, she puts herself together and kind of stands back up. Oh, all right.
Can she stand,
Mhm.
or does she need help?
She can stand.
Okay.
Assuming Sophie kind of put everything back.
Properly.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It's probably a little bit better than what it was before.
Yeah. There's now like a shotgun blast that happens every time she stabs someone.
Gun like
A
sword.
gun blade leg would. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
It's like, okay, yeah, I get it. And she'll walk towards the double doors.
Eddie will be immediately behind her, shielding the rest of the party in case.
Yeah, I'm looking for any sort of trap, listening for people to come down behind us, maybe, or just being aware of the surroundings.
Yeah. It's just kind of hollow and empty here. That kind of stale air. But as she opens the door, you hear kind of typewriter machines and such like that. And coming in, it's just kind of like this little circular room with a printing press attached to it. There are 5 people in kind of these old discarded cubicles on typewriters, and then who must be Orchid, just kind of within a circular desk with several typewriters surrounding him, just kind of going from one to the other and looking at stuff and looking at maps and everything. Everyone seems pretty like into their work, except for one individual who approaches, kind of wearing a shirt and a tie. So very like awkward approaches and kind of looks over at Camilla and it's like, everything work out okay? She nods. Yeah, I'm gonna take a break if you don't mind. If you can handle these people, that'd be great. And she just kind of walks off to another room. And the guy just kind of straightens up his tie. All right. Well, how can I help you folks?
Are you Orchid?
No, Orchid's and the one in the circular desk. He's the manager. He's sort of busy right now, but I can help you out if you have any questions or what brings you to this place. Do you want to step into my office?
What is your name?
Oh, Wilkes.
What do you guys think? How long is Orchid gonna be?
Oh, we take our lunch break pretty soon here, about like an hour. So why don't you come on? The missus made me some cookies. I could share some over for you guys. Yeah, my cubicle is just right over here, my office, so to speak. I'll find some other chairs for you. Does that sound good?
Yeah.
Cookies are. I like cookies.
All right, excellent.
Do the cookies have cinnamon in them?
No, my wife's allergic to the cinnamon. No, it's kind of like
Me
this.
too.
Hey, excellent. I should introduce you to sometimes. It's hard to meet others with that same allergic reaction. In any case, it's sort of like these powdered dough things with a little bit of cherries and strawberries, kind of glazed in the middle there. After being pickled, it's kind of sweet and tart at the same time. So yeah, let me get some chairs for you. Not for the biggin, obviously, but I don't know if you want to take off your armor or not, but yeah, I can. I'll get those chairs for you. He just kind of wheels these office chairs over to his cubicle.
It doesn't seem like there's any further threat in here.
It's compared to what you just went through, this seems like a modern office. Like it's just, yeah. You're pretty confident even without your armor, you could kick everyone's ass.
Yeah, and Camille and I kind of
Poindexters.
did that bonding thing.
Mhm.
Teddy will actually start disassembling his armor.
Excellent. Yeah, putting it back into your casket.
Yep.
Yeah,
Just
he's got.
like as an act of good faith.
He's so sweaty underneath, and there was some steam leaking. So like the boiler suit is just like
Yeah.
wet in weird places. He just kind of picks it away from his skin and grimaces as he's putting his armor away. But he does remain standing just because like it just feels gross.
Yeah. I'm just like, all right, here's some cookies. As a nameplate says, I'm Mr. Wilkes right here. Is there anything I could help you out with before you talk to Orchid there?
What is it that you do here?
Oh,
You
well,
specifically just like the whole setup you got going on down here.
Oh, me specifically or the whole setup? I'm
The
sorry.
whole
Okay,
thing.
The whole thing. All right. Well, we using the printing press and such we got over there. Well, we divert some power from a certain location, and we create these pamphlets and such. And he kind of shows off a little pamphlet that kind of it looks like it has a drawing of Florence. It says, we are still here, and shows like some directions and such, as well as longitude, latitude. Yeah, we go out into the wilderness and such, and try to find other civilizations and such. That's kind of our main thing here, is producing literature and stuff to educate people outside in the wilderness, as well as people in the walls. You're not a cop, right? You have to tell me if you are.
Actually, that's not true.
Oh, that's something a militia would say, though, right?
Is it?
I don't know. I'm asking you. Is it?
You seem to know more than I do about all of this.
But I don't, though. If you're militia, then you would know more than I would on that area, right?
Well,
I've
then
lost
it's reasonable.
track.
So maybe you're
Teddy
the
takes a
militia.
cookie before they're taken away from us.
Wait.
Yeah, so Sophie's just grabbed like a handful and is not sitting on the chair, but is sitting on the floor and like starts to say like, yeah, no, I've never heard you say that before, so that's definitely not something a cop would say. Starts to think that and then goes, oh, no, maybe I shouldn't say that in this case. She's starting to learn.
Flightman will
So
actually.
she just
Go ahead.
stops. Just keeps eating cookies. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Flightman would actually been paying attention before anybody put an actual cookie in their mouth. He'd be like, let me be. I have a bit of a I've built up a bit of a resistance to ill foods. Let me make sure these are safe before anyone else digs in. Sophie, wait.
So if he just like takes the like
She's like-
big chunk of cookie out of her mouth.
Yeah, just like make sure. Let me like. And Flagman will of course pop one in his mouth. Does he feel ill after a few moments of chewing and swallowing?
No, it's good.
It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's sweet and delicious.
Okay, so while he's still chewing before, and he tries to, he looks at Sophie and gives you a thumbs up. He's like,
Stuffs the whole thing back in her mouth.
I
These
would
are
love to
quite-
read a pamphlet.
Oh yeah, sure. Here you go. Kind of hands you a pamphlet, a few of them. One of which is a pamphlet from the Children of the River, who, through their brochure, speaks that constructs are evil and should be destroyed and should never be created. Another one is there are people out there, and has a picture of an individual with kind of this different clothing kind of drawn on there. And it says, "We must find Venice."
Does anyone know what this means? We must find Venice.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah. We've met some individuals in the Citadel who we are pretty confident are from Venice. Yeah. Of course, the Citadel's trying to sweep it under the rug.
Would Flagman know anything about that? Not at all. Yeah, he just goes, well, y'all seem to be very much burning the midnight oil, so to speak. Do you, I mean,
Is it? I thought it was like, is it nighttime?
I was about to say, like, there's no windows in this place at all. He's like, when's the last time you've seen daylight?
Oh, I picked up the cookies from the missus maybe about a day ago, so around then.
Like, are there like cots in this place? Like, you can tell, like
Yeah.
they never leave. It's like Vegas, but with no machine. Well, there's machines actually. Yeah.
Can relate.
It's like Vegas, but you work there.
Yeah, exactly. And you don't walk away with any money.
So what's with the guard dog situation? Why is this?
Actually, corporate standards. We can't call those guard dogs. It's kind of demeaning to the profession as well as the people who are employed in that. No, it's bodyguards or security. I think it's the correct way to go about it. If you want, I could show you the HR pamphlet. We have it somewhere around here.
That's
kind
fine.
of been circulating.
I was using her own words.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. I would still, let's be a little sensitive there, if you don't mind. Obviously, this place is a dissemination of information, and whenever information gets out, historically, is not well received by the government, and especially the technocracy. So we ensure that no one ruins this.
So then who do you distribute the pamphlets to?
Two people back in Florence, as well as communities outside in the wilderness and such.
These communities have junkyards.
I'm sure. I'm sure there's places where they throw trash. So yeah.
I bet there's a bunch of cool stuff out there. Probably different than what we get in the city.
Are there other places like this that make this paperwork and distribute it, or are you the only ones?
Officially, we can't say.
Can I use my interrogation to try and figure this out?
Mm-hmm.
Be like,
Yeah,
come on,
give you success.
we're friends here. I'm not a cop. I would have had to told you, right? You can tell me. So for interrogation,
Mhm.
I will use I'll use a 6 and a 2 for 2 successes
All right.
and 8
cool.
in esteem.
Yeah, he's looking around. He's like, well, there's one other place in the wilderness itself. That's where it's codenamed the Garden. There's another printing press over there. It's kind of our long recon sort of newspaper distribution, but just us two.
And could you tell us, we might go check that out as well. Who should we talk to there?
Oh, well, yeah, there's that's head up by the Rose and the Tulip. I'm sure there's others. Yeah, but they're the general managers of the place, yeah.
Rose and Tulip. Never heard those names before. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, I guess. You've been so nice to us with the cookies and the information. I guess we'll just, if no one else has any other questions, wait for Orchid.
Yeah, of course. For the big inn over there, if you want, there we do have a shower. Just past those doors. Just go on in there. Well, the curtain's a little small, but you know, we've all seen each other here, so it's okay, and we'll give you the proper respect and such. Yeah. So enjoy at your leisure.
Your defense is very impressive. I appreciate your courtesy.
Oh, of course. Yeah.
He shuffles off with his coffin on his shoulder.
Yeah. opening the door to where Camille went through is kind of like this little lounge area with several couches, and and she looks like she just came from the shower, and she's laying out on the couch with like a towel over her head. And there's like a little circular cubby with a shower curtain that really only like covers the like a very small portion of your body.
Sure.
And there's like a little thing to pull for water.
Okay. He shucks down and gets in the shower, assuming that he's just assuming that she's going to be courteous about privacy, so he doesn't bother.
Yeah, she doesn't remove the towel from her head.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like,
Yep.
Yeah. What's everyone else doing?
Yeah, Sophie's probably gone back for a second handful of cookies. And when the shower is mentioned and everything, just like, oh yeah, I should do that. When was the last time I showered?
If you have to ask, you probably should do it.
Yeah, just like yeah, I'll take one of those. I should probably do that. She'll head over to go take a shower.
Yeah. Yeah, you see Camille just laying there with the thing on.
Can I clean up my wound and get rid of this other trauma?
I mean, Flagman will take another look at it if you want him to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's either you or Flankman.
Yeah, so just another spade.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right, I do not have another spade available. What can I do?
I mean, you could get to 8.
The highest I could do right now was I have a queen, so I could do a 7, but that's not an 8.
Yeah, unfortunately, yeah. You can like help her and stuff like that, but mechanically it doesn't.
It doesn't do anything. Yeah, but I mean he'll still want to be near because he actually Flagman does want to speak to Bateman, and basically as he's I guess let's say he's too distracted by what he's saying to actually do a good job with what he's trying to do.
Yeah.
And he's trying to be as quiet as possible, but he still has his voice, as Teddy has pointed out. He's like, do you think that they're being a little too for my understanding outside of the city and outside of the walls, the people are a bit more barbarous, and they have quite the facilities and being quite gracious and kind considering we're strangers here. Don't you think this is a bit odd?
Yeah, considering they just attacked us not too long ago. I don't like this, but we do have another lead now, and we don't have to be here much longer. I don't think he's told us about the garden. I guess we could just find out where that is from Orchid and be out of here before they catch on to anything else.
I mean, they're actively working against the Citadel itself. Should we trust anything they've said?
I think at worst they would be leading us into some sort of trap. But if we expect it, maybe we can get ahead of it.
I'll follow your lead, officer. I mean, vagrant? Is that the opposite of that? I don't know. Vagrant Bateman?
Just call me Bateman. That's
All right.
fine.
Yeah, one of the other individuals pokes their head out of their cubicle. It's like, hey, if you don't mind, I have a deadline coming up, so if the biggin could kind of lower his voice, please, that would be great. Thank you.
Apologies.
No reason to apologize. Okay, I'm just gonna do my work now. Just keep it down.
Okay. And I was just as a personal question. So Orchid, sitting over there at the circle desk. Are we getting sort of a I mean, despite the the tattoos, are we getting sort of a like Jonah Jameson sort of vibe off of him?
I think that'd be awesome. So yes.
Oh, no.
As soon as you said it, he was like in his own little kind of quarter circle desk. So like it's like, I want pictures of Spider-Man. Give me those pictures. All right. Okay. So yeah. So that's Flankman has expressed his concerns to Bateman. So.
I'm also concerned.
Yeah, but it is until the person took him out of his trance. He's like, "Oh dear, I don't think I helped you at all with your wound. I'm quite sorry."
That's okay. You did your best.
Yeah, at least you cleaned it and everything. So like, after at least it's going to heal right and properly.
Well, he actually starts fumbling around his thing. It's like, well, I seem to be a bit of butterfingers at the moment, but he does have one. Where is it? He does have a how do you pronounce this? Totipotent stem matrix?
Yeah. You want to just smack that in there?
He's like, well, if you don't mind something a little bit more robust, this will kind of boost your own body's ability to heal itself. Are you afraid of needles?
No, but I'm afraid of what's in them sometimes.
Yeah, it's like this. This thing is like a syringe with several needles sticking out of it that spin. And they're kind of like these little arms.
Is this like a Gatling gun shot?
Yeah, exactly.
Is it it's like, don't move. So you kind of punctures it in your arm. Like I imagine it stings and burns real bad at first.
Yeah. It's like, holy hell.
He's like, I only got the one, so I hope it's worth it. Guess I'll just hold on to it. Maybe I could refill it later.
It's a bit intimidating. Maybe we'll wait.
It's standard issue Citadel gear. It's just they only give me one at a time.
Oh, I'm just gonna close my eyes. Like,
Teddy gets done with the shower, sees that Sophie's waiting, gets dressed really quick, and then just ambles over to a couch across from Camilla, and kind of sits down and is like, "How'd you get mixed up with these people?"
Well, I grew up with Orchid. I don't know. We wanted something to believe in, and there's not a lot of belief or faith going around in Florence, so we knew we had to get out, but trying to find something out here is kind of like tussling through weeds. Every now and then you find a flower. And Orchid believed in that flower, and well, I believed in Orchid. So here I am, doing what I can.
Reaching out to other people, should they exist?
Yeah, I mean, my whole place is just protecting Orchid. I enjoy his passion, and I'm not much of a believer, but I enjoy being around his beliefs. So Makes
You're a
us feel
good
like I'm a part
fighter.
of
Were you ever
something.
one of us?
No, I grew up in the slums. I don't know. I just always got into fights. So
At that, he just know what else to say and just sort of like settles back and gets comfy on the couch, like
yeah.
kind of giving Sophie her space to clean herself, but he's still like he expects the courtesy to continue, but he's there just in case, like because Sophie is not a technophant.
Yeah.
No.
But he looks comfortable. Like he just kind of settles back and is just sort of, if Camilla has something more to say, he's there to hear it, but his questions are answered.
Yeah, I mean, she turns the massage on both couches to kind of vibrate like. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, it is.
We don't have this at home.
Yeah, this is we brought it in special.
It's got the one little part in the middle that pushes a little too hard. It's like.
After the day he's had, there is no too hard for Daddy.
Yes.
takes a little nap.
Yeah, you hear a steam whistle, and yeah, Orchid kind of raises his head like, all right, you newcomers, come on over here, get a seat, let's chat.
Who wants to try to talk to Orchid? No? Okay.
Well, I was gonna say Flagman once again trying to be relatively quiet. Whoever looks like he'll go. Well, if you're gonna try the tit for tat route, and we do have this camera, we could offer that as a service for exchange, maybe.
Let's not go about us in a tit for tat function. You are here for something, and well, you must be passionate enough to get to this point. So, why is this important to you? Why have you risked life and limb to get to this point in time? Inevitably, your life has led through a series of roads to this exact point. Was it all worth it? Why are you here? Do you even know?
Is that Wagner?
I don't know. Maybe.
I believe I read that somewhere. Sounded very poetic.
You seem to understand passion. You know how it goes. Sometimes it gets away from you and you snap back into it and sort of realize where you are in the moment.
So, what are you passionate about?
I'm kind of wondering that myself. It's just sort of this search for something to believe in right now. It seems to be right up your alley. Giving people something to believe in.
Fair. And how about everyone else?
I like machines. They're fun to play with. I like building things.
Oh, I'm just here to make sure everybody, as you said, risking life and limb, I'm here to make sure that those are mitigated. Those threats are mitigated as much as possible.
Teddy says, I saw a construct acting in a way that a construct shouldn't. I'd like to get to the bottom of that.
Okay.
We've been told a thing, and it seems to not be true.
Yeah. Well, I'm not seeing much here to inspire trust. But thank you for coming all this way. I hope you find something to believe in elsewhere.
I took the picture from Vin, right? That his construct painted, and I have that. Okay. So then I'll bring up the pamphlet from from the Children of the River that is talking about constructs being evil and say, is this something that you've inspired? Or do you have anything to do with this belief that constructs are evil?
Not I, but I know the individuals who believe in that very passionately.
I'll take out the painting and show him and say, I'm sure they would like to see that a construct did this.
Probably, yes. I know them, and I know that scene.
Do you recognize the people in the picture?
Yes.
Could you tell us who it is?
I'd rather not.
Why is that?
Because a dream can be very fragile, and I don't know you all. So
We're
far,
just-
you've kind of pushed your way into these chairs.
It's the passion that you were talking about. Sometimes you got to do what it takes.
Mm.
We're just trying to figure out what's going on. And if people truly believe constructs are evil, why would they? They might want to know that one's out there painting pictures of them.
It's very dangerous, right? To show such a thing.
Could be.
Are you ready to go down that road, knowing that you'll lose everything?
What do you mean?
The Citadel won't view kindly that picture you have.
They don't know about it yet, so maybe we can keep it a secret.
Nothing's kept a secret here. You brought a picture into a printing press.
I'm a technosophist. They hate me already, so
This
I
is
don't have
true.
to lose.
Yeah, like you're cool.
hey, thanks. I don't think anybody's called me cool before. I like that.
I mean, it might be worth it for me to lose everything to save everything for everyone else.
As long as you understand that you're not the hero of this narrative, you're a passerby, or you've got a glimmer of something that could be. You could lose everything and not gain anything other than a slight bit of knowledge.
I also won't gain anything if I don't try, so
I mean, you could still have a nice little life, settle down, meet someone. I don't know, do something great for the Citadel.
that's not what I've ever wanted. I feel like maybe I made myself a bit clear about being willing to can I use some sort of I don't want to do like intimidation or anything. I want to like genuinely come across and try and get something out of them.
Charisma.
Charisma.
Hmm.
I have Joker.
Excellent. Yeah, he'll get up and kind of push one of the panels to the circular desk. All right. Well, we take a carriage out to the wilderness once a month. The next carriage goes out in about a week. If you want to know more, we'll take you there.
Do we need anything special to gain passage, or can we just tell them you sent us?
I'll be there.
Okay. Does everybody want to try this? Seems to be our best lead.
I don't think
so
I'll be on
you-
shift then.
Yeah, so you understand, you'll be blindfolded, and you'll be brought to a location outside of the walls and of Florence. You won't know where you are. We're not going to keep you there, but we just assume that if you try to return back to Florence without our assistance, that you'll die. That's kind of why we've made it out there.
I don't even remember where we are now, so I'm fine with that.
I'm blind the whole time.
It's, you told us there are risks, and we're gonna take them.
All right.
Well, before we go, do you use this printing press to print works of the old world? Do you have any copies
No.
of? Oh, thought I'd ask.
Yeah. All right. Meet just north of the town in about a week, 4 days exactly. 6 a.m.
I know you didn't have to do that for us, and I'm very grateful. Thank you, honestly, for helping us.
Don't make me regret it. That's all I ask.
Just out of curiosity, if we're just background actors, so to speak, who is the hero of the narrative that you are clearly trying to write here?
Everyone in that town.
So, so the main character, the protagonist, is a town.
The people of the town. Yes. It's their stories that matter.
I'm
But
looking
not
forward to it.
ours.
No.
Says who?
I mean, the narrator, me, chief editor and publisher. And you've just got here with no real stake in it, the ability to leave at your leisure to return to a lovely home. People out there have committed 100% to this. They can't go back. It's only forward.
Sounds so so finite, so definite, so no wiggle room.
Nope. We're not worms.
Just curious.
What was that old that old line that went something about only a fish deals in absolutes? Or are you some sort of fish?
I know the reference, but we will speak on it no more. Because
Okay.
I think that was an absolute statement that was said. Just kind of just weird.
I don't know. I just remember reading it somewhere.
Well, if it's okay with you, I looked down at his watch. I have about 30 minutes left for my break. I usually try to get a nice nap in, some tea before I get back to things. Did you need anything else? We suggest staying at the tavern, and just enjoy life there while you can.
Eddie looks to Dr. Ben and says, "Can this one get his construct back?" He misses Francesco.
The day of the meeting, yes. We'll return the construct.
I'll carry you, Dr. Ben. It's fine.
Why did you guys apprehend, or I guess you could say confiscate, the construct?
Curiosity.
We'll get it back the same way he lost it, right?
Mm-hmm. Exactly, yes.
At the dismissal, Teddy just kind of gets restless and shifts around in his chair. It creaks alarmingly. Tell me, just go.
Yeah.
They've been more than helpful. I'm fine letting this man enjoy his break.
Yep. Teddy gets up, picks up his coffin, starts heading toward the double doors. How do we get past the constructs above?
You can leave and it's fine. It's only upon entering that you'll have issues.
He nods. Picks up Dr. Venn in his other arm. Since clearly Venn does not walk. Heads toward the double doors, waiting for someone to open it.
He didn't wear the right shoes.
Yeah, so you guys come back out into the night air, as lovely as it is. You see the little one kind of standing outside, throwing knives into the ground.
That was intense.
I don't know if any of you are of the I'm not sure exactly what to refer to it as, but should we maybe try to solve some of this ourselves, or have someone, I guess, spy on them? Like, find it kind of weird that they seem to have tabs on us, but we don't have tabs on them. Subterfuge.
I don't
Spy
think
on-
either you or I are skilled at that. I intend to do my job until the appointed hour.
I mean, I've only read this in little novellas and whatnot. I don't know what I'm doing. I know sometimes fiction is different than reality. It's just, this seems very like we're what is it? We're dancing to the tune that they're playing, and not taking direction ourselves as much as they seem to be letting us think we are. Or am I wrong? I like I said, I may have read too many books.
Wait,
I think
we're playing music now. I wasn't paying attention. What's going on?
It's okay. I mean,
We're dancing, apparently.
Oh, I don't dance. I'm terrible at it.
who specifically did you want to spy on?
Well, I mean, and like I said, in the little stories that I've read, and in my youth, sometimes it was I believe they called it it sounded like a type of food, a steak something. You stake in, and you wait for you know where they're coming and going, he said that, and you watch and you see, and sometimes it takes minutes, days. The fact that they need 4 days, to prepare, like, are they keeping tabs on us? I mean, they clearly were at one point. They kidnapped Dr. Vin. But like I said, that's not my specialty. I'm throwing out suggestions to those of you who are more you're used to fisticuffs and whatnot.
Yeah, the little girl,
skullduggery.
the little girl kind of like looks down at her other knife and picks it back up. You're talking about special ops, right?
I believe I've heard that word before. Yes.
Infiltration, the acquisition of information.
Whoever's closest to him, he leans like, this child still scares me.
I will, I'll lean down and I'll say, Officer Brandy, can you be helpful to us?
She kind of looks around and like places a hand on your shoulder. Look, Officer Bateman, all right, I'm not gonna lie, this is gonna take it out of us. All right, I think the people you're with, they're good people, but they're gonna slow us down. All right, we're gonna have to go deep cover, deep. You're not gonna know who you are. I'm not gonna know who I am. But we need to do whatever it takes to get to the truth. All right, and if you're ready to do that, so am I.
Okay, what truth are you looking for?
I don't know. You guys were talking about stuff you wanted to find out, so whatever truth that is, right?
Okay.
Okay.
I like it.
She like cuts her hand.
You don't have to do
Dear,
that.
why would you do that?
It's a bond.
You could cut somewhere else that's less likely to get infected.
It's fine, and she licks it.
Oh,
Fine.
God.
Okay, if you don't want to do the blood sister thing.
He immediately grabs some whatever he's got. It's by some Neosporin. He's like, hold still. He shakes it. Hold still, child.
Sophie just like walks over. It's like I could just build like a spy robot or something. Just like put up a camera.
Works too, I guess, if you don't, want to hang out. Bateman.
You could plant the spy robot for us.
This is a 2-person job.
We could still like hang out and watch the video feed, I guess,
All right then.
and get
Okay.
some steak
Tomorrow,
of some kind.
Steakums.
1200 hours, Officer Bateman and I will infiltrate and plant the bug. I suggest everyone get a good night's sleep. Potentially there'll be sacrifices. Not everyone will make it back, but I believe that
There's
some
only
of you
two
will.
of you going.
She pats like Officer Bateman, like,
I'm gonna-
Sophia pulls out the display from the VCR that's still flashing 12, and she goes, "Perfect! I've got a reminder right here, exactly what time it is."
excellent.
I'm gonna look at her, put my hand on her, and be like, Brandy, can you keep this a secret from everyone? Even your
I'll-
parents.
Look, I've trained in resisting interrogations. I won't let you down.
I'll take
I love this kid.
I'll take one of her daggers that I traded, and I'll poke my finger, and I'll put it up for her.
And she grabs your finger like, blood sisters.
Next
That's
time we
incredibly
match, you do a
unsanitary.
finger too.
Oh, I'm kind of an all-in or none at all type of person. And she licks her wound again.
I love it.
Kicks the can again. Stop doing that.
It's just a small cut. It's fine. People bleed all the time.
But the blood's supposed to stay in. That's the point.
Not with that attitude.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
All right. Well, I'll go get my gear and train for what will happen tomorrow. Say goodbye to your families. I'm gonna tuck in my parents tonight. Kiss them goodnight.
This kid has immunity knives because he's slowly. I was like, I have an immunity because I've been cutting myself small.
She like picks up her knife, stares up at the moon one final time, and then heads back to town.
I love her.
I'm
Oh,
terrified
that's
of her.
great.
She
I
has
still think-
potential.
Are we still sure she's not? She is a child. I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's been confirmed, right?
Yeah. She's
Okay.
still a kid. Yeah, you've seen her parents.
We've seen her
Sophie's-
adoptive parent.
Sophie's gonna
The
start like
Zootopia situation.
taking apart whatever other spare parts she has, spare appliances or whatever, and start trying to put together like a spy robot, like a
Excellent.
spy
All
version
right.
of Roomba.
Give me electronics assembly.
All right, just one success,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
and I will play the Ace of Spades.
Excellent. Yeah. It. What does it look like?
So it looks a lot like Roomba, except it's not made out of a Roomba. It's made out of a blender. And it's the base of the blender, and it's turned upside down. So the little part that spins just turns some gears. And she's attached like the, I forget what they're called, but it's like the metal version of Legos. That have like little Allen wrenches. Legs, like spider legs, essentially. So there's 3 on each side, and so the blender motor turns a little gear that makes those walk, and it can grip on to various things. And then she's essentially attached like an old camcorder to the top of it with a internet router, little thing that's just sort of duct taped onto it, so it can send a signal to a monitor.
Excellent.
That's basically what it is. Maybe a little light on there in case it's dark.
All right. You guys head back to the tavern to your room with a single queen bed.
Teddy's got to clean his armor anyway. He takes it
Mm.
apart, does the whole thing that is required. The necrobiotic version of cleaning his gun.
Yeah, you're like, oh yeah, just gotta oil it up, make it all smooth, clean the sweat off the inside of the padding, get some Febreze in there, air it out a little bit. It's perfect.
Breeze.
Febreze. That's
We
gross.
don't clean it. We just Febreze it.
That's all you gotta do. That's all you gotta do.
He actually has a really nicely scented soap.
Oh, that's
Bit of
good.
sandalwood.
Yeah, see?
I think Sophie grabs the comforter or blanket off of the bed and just like ties it to 2 spots in the room and makes a hammock out of it and just swings up into that. Keeps working on a little spy bot.
And you guys notice Brandy's outside doing some like pull-ups
She
outside
did sleep
of
all
her
day in
house.
the wagon.
Does she have tattoos on each of her knuckles?
She does now.
It just is hardcore.
Yeah.
We just have to figure out what the words are.
This is Blade the Kid.
That's what I was saying. Like, not, like one of them says knives, the other one says the words knives in. I don't know. Something like.
Are we at the time?
Yep.
Yeah, we are coming up at just about 2 hours. 2
Yeah.
hours in.
So, yeah. Unless there's anything else you guys wanted to do after seeing Brandy do those pull-ups, we'll do outros.
No,
He's
probably
been up all
just-
day. He's sleeping.
Watch her.
Yeah.
You know what I just realized when you said that Teddy has really nice soap? The Citadel probably has an amazing supply of human fat to make some really nice soap.
Yeah.
Oh.
Like really nice soap comes out of it.
This is probably something Flankman knows. Like all the soap is just human fat. You're like, probably shouldn't tell people that.
I hate how true that probably is.
I mean,
Eddie would hate that the most too.
Oh yeah. Just
Oh.
don't let people know. Just
Yeah,
If Blankman says, if Blankman or Ben say that, Teddy pretends he does not hear it.
Oh, Flakeman didn't say it out loud. I was like, what? But of course, I'm using knowledge from Fight Club to remember that. I'm like, oh yeah, human fat makes really nice soap.
Soil and soap now with sandalwood.
yeah, there are some very enthusiastic architects doing soap stuff. So
Goodness.
yeah, they've kind of made.
I mean, the bodies are dried out. You got to do something with all that.
Mhm.
On that note,
On the soap note.
We're gonna go. We're gonna go on a raid here very shortly. Before we do, I want to let everybody see what their favorite part was, where folks can find you next, and anything else you want to share or plug. We'll go reverse order from how we started. So, Mitch, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I think my favorite part is just Teddy and kind of his like, all right, we're cool now. We fought. You almost killed one of my friends, but it's cool. Like, just like, let's do this. It's
How
something
he
I really appreciate that of Teddy. Just like, he's very professional, business oriented. Yeah. Other than that, you can find me at Penny for a Tale on all the social media. So yeah.
Awesome. Wowzer, same questions.
There's so much to unpack from what all we just did. I don't know. I'm slowly trying to think of ways that we can get Brandy as like a permanent member of our
Crew.
I think my favorite part is the anticipation of working with her right now. And as far as where to find me, Wowzers just like is under my name right here on Twitter. Nothing to plug yet, except I will plug, if you like the cards that I'm using, go follow this man, Chet Art, on socials. He did really amazing cards and he does really good art. That's all I got right now.
Yeah. All right. Josh, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
Favorite part. I mean, I'm probably maybe it's because we ended on that note. The Brandy, like the knife toting kid that's could probably kill all of us in our sleep. Not even blinking an eye. And everybody's interactions with her and how you know what, I also like the fact that while during a combat you were able to disassemble Sophie was able to disassemble a leg. That was actually, I like that.
Yeah, while like flying through the air. Like,
like very determined.
Roomba helped a bit. Also,
yeah.
Thank you so much for that raid, Valdrian. Welcome in. I hope you had a really good stream. We're actually getting ready to raid here pretty soon ourselves. But we are
The
going over
raid
the
train.
highlights.
Just keep
Double
them
raid.
going. Just keep on rolling.
We're going over the
but
highlights of what happened here. So
yeah,
sorry,
but
go
as
ahead, Josh.
far oh no, you're fine. You're fine. That's the whole thing's loosey goosey. But as far as me, you can find me on Twitter. You can find me in a lot of places as Hobox, even though I'm slowly becoming something else. But I'd rather you look up Teenagers and Troublemakers. You can literally just Google that Teenagers and Troublemakers podcast. It's a D&D game I play with my kids and their friends. And I also have, if you are interested in Mage Duel Rules, you can find that at DM's Guild, and you can get it for free. And that's all for me for now. Yeah.
Awesome. Hope, what was your favorite part? Where can folks find you? Anything you want to share or plug?
I'm just going to reiterate the Sophie disassembling our new friend, while she was flying through the air, and while Teddy was just like pushing Camilla back. But my second favorite part was the post-fight interactions with Camilla. I also like that Teddy's just like, when we're fighting, we're fighting.
Yeah.
When we're not, we're not. Like, and Camilla just following that lead. Like, all right, yeah, we're just chilling on the couches, waiting for.
It's like two sports teams. You're on opposite sides during on the field. You're on opposite sides. In the locker rooms, whatever.
Yep, and getting to know a little bit more about her purposes. Sort of like, I mean, I fight because I have to. Why are you here? I like the answers a lot, even though I'm sorry I talked over you a little bit, but honestly, like the sound dropped off for me, so I wasn't sure if you were speaking or not. You can find me on Twitter at HopeTracy71 and Monday nights on Milady Saito's channel. For a short campaign underwater, I'm playing a squid person warlock, and here again on Thursday nights for Elite Biveskar for a Mando themed Star Wars game where I'm playing Amando named Merrick's, who's a newcomer to the group and is a little skeptical of their methods, but it's fine. It's gonna be fine.
And really into a card game.
Yes, it's a good card game. I like it. Not everyone likes having the loss conditions outnumber the win conditions, but it's called 12 parsecs, so you've got to expect some losses out of it. Not everyone's gonna win. In fact, hardly ever anyone will. So, good time killer.
That's great. Awesome. And I think that just leaves me. This is my favorite part. I also really appreciated being allowed to just bear hug Camilla's leg and start disassembling all the components on it while flying through the air. I appreciate you letting me do that. That was a lot of fun. And I really love that once we finished that part of thinking we're all gonna die, we're in danger, and then we're basically on an episode of The Office right after.
Yeah.
It was pretty great. I enjoyed that transition and the contrast of the scenes, and all the NPCs were great. And the last bit with Brandy definitely stole the show. I think that was really good. Where you can find me next in about 4 hours. I'll be right back here GMing Animus Absentus at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Last session, our crew fell into a trap set by the GPF, which is the Galactic Police Force, and it kind of got strong-armed into working for them, and now they're trying their best to figure out a way to not work for them without ending up in jail or worse. The GPF are not the good guys in the story by any stretch of the imagination, so hard to believe, I know. But yeah, so it's pretty fun. They're trying to figure out what to do and how they can get a new ship without them knowing that they got a new ship. It's quite a pickle that they found themselves in, and I'm really anxious to see how they try to solve it. It's going to be a lot of fun to watch that thought process. And then aside from that, we'll be back after Animus. It's Tuesday night at 6 p.m. for Standing Stones. And that starts our stream schedule over again, Tuesday through Saturday. Other stuff to share or plug is, first of all, Necrobiotic is really awesome, and you should definitely check that out. And when pre-orders are available, go pre-order it. because it's awesome. Secondly, sponsors, which I'm going to throw those links into chat here, which is Fundamental RPG. It looks like this. You can pick up your own copy on Amazon for the physical book, or the digital version at coffee.com/raven, like it says at the bottom of the screen. But it is a D20 system that does not have a set lore or world attached to it. You can use it for literally any genre, everything from high fantasy to sci-fi, and everything in between, which we are literally doing on the channel this season. We've got high fantasy, we've got an episodic horror, we've got a surreal horror, and then Animus is sci-fi. It also runs on it. So very cool stuff there. And also at the same site, coffee.com/raven, you can pick up Intrepid gear, which is adventuring gear for real life, apparel and drinkware and accessories and cool stuff like that with a tabletop theme to them. And then finally, Die Hard dice, which are just the best dice I've ever used. And they sell metal and polymer dice, accessories and dice adjacent things. You can check all that out at dieharddice.com. They recently sent me this set of Spellbinder Fake Queen dice. It's one of their metal sets. They are my very favorite dice, and I have a lot of dice, so that's saying something. But if you use the code BlackFeatherJune, all one word, capital B, capital J, you can get 10% off your whole order there. And then finally, if you want to catch up on this show or any others that we have on the channel, you can do so at the Fantasy Network at watch.thefantasy.network. Just go to the stream library and look for Blackfeather Guild, and that's where you can see all of our past content. And with that, we're going to go on a raid. We're going to go raid follow Black Cats, or Black Cats Gaming. Some of my absolute favorite people over there. Give them a follow if you're not doing so already. And they're playing some tabletop stuff. Looks really cool. And then our raid cry is going to be, I'm going to go tuck my parents and kiss them goodbye. Feel free to copy that right out of chat. And then I will see you all in a few hours. Bye, everybody.